Hi, I'm Jimmy Chang, and we're here to talk about how to calculate zeros in math. Now, before we do that, it's important to understand the definition of what a zero is, because it actually has a pretty easy definition. Now, the definition of a zero is when the function, f of x, is equal to 0. In other words, you want to find the values of x that will make the function equal to 0. So what you need to do is, whatever function that you have, in order to find the zeros, you always want to set it equal to 0. So let's just work a couple of examples and we'll go from there. Now suppose you have a function, let's just say f of x is equal to 2x minus 1. Now to find the zeros of that, you simply take that and set it equal to 0, and you want to solve. So in this case, you want to add 1 to both sides. So you have 2x is equal to 1, and divide both sides by 2. You have x equals to 1/2. So that means the 0 of this particular function is 1/2. In other words, it touches the x-axis at 1/2. Now, if you have a quadratic, let's just say something of x squared, you may have, let's suppose you have f of x is equal to x squared minus 4. Now, to find the 0 of that, you take the x squared minus 4, set it equal to 0, and you want to solve. So in this case, you can just add 4 to both sides. X squared is equal to 4, and then just take the square root of both sides, and you have x is equal to, now it is square root of 4 is 2, but as you might remember from algebra lessons before, if you take the square root of both sides, you got to do the plus or minus. So that means in this case, x has 2 zeros, x is equal to plus or minus 2, x is equal to positive 2, and x is equal to negative 2. So you'll learn perhaps somewhere down the road that the exponent for x kind of gives you an idea as to how many zeros that you have. But this gives you a couple of instances on how to find zeros. So I'm Jimmy Chang, and that's how to calculate zeros in math.